people, how are you? Today we are going to make a smoothie. It's going to be a mixture of frozen and fresh ingredients, and I've already prepared them. So I've got 2 smallish carrots which I've cut up into small pieces. I've got some continental cucumber. It's just the end of what I had left. It's approximately this much. So what's that, about 1/3 of a cucumber of the continental, the large ones, rather than the smaller Lebanese ones, which some people prefer. Obviously you can adjust the ingredients depending on what works for you and your preference in taste and what you've got in the fridge. And I also have some baby spinach, so just a handful of that, which I've washed in preparation for the smoothie. So I'm just putting all of these into the smoothie container, and then we'll move on to the frozen ingredients. And I've got 3 different ones this time. I've actually used frozen avocado just because that's what I happen to have. It's approximately half of a fresh avocado, I would say. So I've got the avocado, and that will help make it a bit creamy, which will be really nice in a smoothie. I quite like avocados in a smoothie. And so we've got the 3 fresh ingredients. So that's the carrot, the cucumber, and the baby spinach. And so there's quite a lot of nutrients in that. And we also have the frozen avocado and the frozen, I've got mixed berries here. So that's a combination of strawberries, blueberries and raspberries, and I think there's blackberries in there as well. And then I've also put some pomegranate arils in there. So all of them are now in there. Then I normally add some cinnamon in. I've just got ground cinnamon here. So I just put a small amount of cinnamon in there to give it a little bit of flavour. And I also have a couple of other items. The first one is turmeric. So I'm using the powdered turmeric in this time. Often I do use the fresh, but today I'm just using the powdered, and I'm going to put approximately this much in. What's that? Teaspoon and a half, something along those lines. And I'm going to put in some aloe vera juice. That's really good for digestion, and is 99.9% pure. So it's a great antioxidant and superfood. So I've just put a dollop. Very technical term, dollop. It's approximately 1/4 cup. And then I'm going to put some spirulina in there, which is another superfood packed with rich nutrients that are easily digestible and thought to be readily absorbed by the body. So I always think it's quite helpful to get as many greens into your diet as you can. So this just helps with that. And I will put approximately, it's a bit actually, maybe a teaspoon, maybe just under. You don't have to put that much. You can taste that potentially a little bit, depending on what other ingredients you've got. And I've grabbed 2 other supplements for this particular smoothie as well. This is Opti MSM, which is noted here. It says detoxification supplement. Uses beautify, detoxify and strengthen. So I'll just add a little bit of that in. This is a white powder, but I mix and match supplements, so it's just whatever you happen to have in your pantry. I'm going to use this much, which is about a teaspoon, I would say. And the last You can buy this in various formats as well. This one is an actual powder and it doesn't have anything whatsoever on the container, so I can't tell you. But I do know that it is good for digestion and a few other things. I believe it's used fairly frequently in Chinese medicine as well. So I will use, it's about half a teaspoon. There. So that's all the main ingredients that I've got for this. The last ingredient is the milk. So I usually use coconut milk, that's my preferred milk, because I have a number of allergies, so that's what I have. But obviously use whatever coconut, whatever milk works for you, or whatever you happen to have in the fridge at the time. So I'm just adding this to the smoothie now, in addition to the ingredients that we've just gone through. And once I've put it in, I'll let you know how much I've used. I think I'm going to take it to the top, which is, I'll show you in 1 second. So that's it, I've got a blend tech, and as you can see, it's at the maximum amount. It's 36 ounces or 4.5 cups. So I will go away and blend this because it's quite noisy when there's frozen food in there, and I shall come back and taste it with you. See you soon, bye. Okay, so it has now gone through the blender for 60 seconds, and as you can see, it's now a nice green colour. That will be mostly from the spirulina, but there's some avocado in there as well, which probably contributed to the colour. And the darkness would also be partly from the berries as well. So now I shall put it into a glass and we shall try it. Okay, we now have a glass, and so we're ready to try it. Let's see how it went. I haven't tried this one before. Usually every time I make a smoothie or a juice, it's different every time. So unless I particularly like a juice and I write it down, and occasionally I'll make it again, but on the whole I tend to forget and I just make whatever I happen to have available. So this is, it looks fairly thick. Let's see if we can do it here. Okay, without spilling it preferably. As you can see, it makes quite a lot, but that's what I tend to do. I tend to have it as a meal replacement, but you could always save it. You could either share it with someone else if that's available, if there's someone around that would be interested in drinking it, or alternatively you could save it for a little bit later. All right, cheers. It's fairly mild. I definitely got the flavour of all the berries. That would definitely be the main taste. Yeah, it's a very mild drink. I could go through and taste little bits and pieces, but it's mixed fairly well. So yeah, if you're after a nice healthy smoothie, feel free to try this one and let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Bye.